This is the foundation inspection. Now, contrary to the records, this is not a pier and beam property. It's a slab on grade. And it's a post tension cable. You can see the post tension cable end here. That should be covered up. Can't see any others, it's just that one there. Both these walls here are retaining walls. You can see there's some movement in this retaining wall here. What is actually happening is it's got differential settlement going on. And you can see as you look down it, it's bowing out slightly. It's very common. My recommendation would be that this area behind here is, all the fill is removed. Dig down, stabilise the wall, and then backfill it with sand and gravel so that it's not got expansive soils behind it, and that will stabilise the wall and stop it from falling. You don't want it to fall because it actually does support the foundation there. It's part of the whole structure. Yeah, it's going all the way along this section here, so I come back all along here. We're moving now to the right elevation of the property. And here we're at the right corner of the property, and you can see here, in this area here, we've got some erosion. I'm not quite sure what's going on. See, the erosion is eroding now. Yeah, I can see what it is. It's caused by this downpipe. Now the downpipe's emptying right close to the foundation, and it backwashes and generally removes the grade from around this area, and the solution is to put an extension pipe on it and take it out, and that will really, and I'd take it out and empty it, let it empty over the wall at the back, get rid of it completely. You could also bring it in this direction here, but certainly stop it eroding the ground here. It's very important. Post tension cable end again exposed. Now here we've got bushes. Bushes aren't good beside a house. The roots and the leaves, they consume a lot of water, and that causes the ground to dry out, and that can cause differential settlement in the building. Here we've got pooling beside the foundation. It's caused by the downpipe that's running off here. The solution would be to remove this as a barrier. It's trapping water, stopping it running properly. In addition, put extensions on the downpipe there. You want to remove water from around the foundation as effectively as possible. So you don't want water coming from the roof and being dumped next to the foundation. We're now moving to the right rear elevation. Now at this elevation here, at the right, left, you see this flower bed here. That's going to cause water to be trapped here. It's going to cause pooling. and it's already had an effect by trapping the sprinkler system water where it comes up. See why it's affected by the water. In addition to that, you've got grade here. It's probably an old ant's nest, and it's actually touching the brickwork and cause water to migrate into the cavity, and then that can cause wood rot. We're at the left elevation. Again, we've got erosion caused by the downpipe. Here we got the opposite problem. To the other side, we got the grade too low. Grade, I mean, it's been like this since it's built. I can see where the air conditioning units have been placed. Grade should come to about 6 inches, 4 to 6 inches up the grade wall from the top of the brick line. Some jurisdictions want it 2 inches. I'm happy between 6 inches, 6 to 4 inches from the top of the grade wall. This is the top of the grade wall here where the bricks go. This patio area here is actually part of the foundation. You see we've got a minor cracking here. It's just cosmetic. You don't normally see the foundation. We're quite lucky to be able to see this. Gives us a chance to look at it. Now I expect to find these type of cracks. They're okay though. See, they're coming down here. They probably started from the day the concrete was poured. As the concrete cures, you get stresses build up in them, and it's relieved by cracks. We've got another one here and here, but no major cracking. It's all looking pretty good. We're looking at the grading. What we're looking for is a good slope away from the building, which you've got. This is the grading. We're looking for a good slope away from the building, which we've got at the front. And we've got it on both left and right elevations. Around the back there is a little bit more of an issue, and we'll go there and look at that just to give you an idea of what can be done to improve it. It's very simple, quite frankly, to get draining correct. So here we've got a patio area, and the water needs to drain around here. That should do it fine. Now here we've got a swale, and this is the swale here, and unfortunately a tree has grown up in that swale. It's getting quite close to the foundation too, so it's probably a good idea to take that tree out. You don't want trees within more than 30 foot of the building. At the moment it's perfectly okay, but it would help if it came out. So what I'm concerned about here is it's going to drain correctly. Okay, we're okay here, yeah. I'm in a much better position, I can see it now. So this area here rises up, and what I'm standing in here is a swale. It runs off in this direction around the side of the house. that was created when the house was being built to give it good drainage around the property. So apart from these trees that are too close to the property, the drainage is good. But trees like this one here, and this one here, this one down here, which actually looks like it's dead, and the bigger tree there, are far too close, and their roots may be what is responsible for the problem that we have with the retaining wall. Roots get under the foundations and they disturb it, and it may be that this tree should come out. Sad though it is. This is the roof inspection. What we see here are step flashing, and what it should have is, over the top of it, should have a counter flashing coming down. That prevents water running down the wall and coming in behind here. I'm standing at the rear left elevation, and here you can see deteriorating shingle. It needs to be replaced, this whole shingle area here, otherwise you're going to get a roof leak. I'm looking at the shingle here and here. I found several shingles. I think there's been hail damage here. I recommend that you request the owners have a roof inspection. There's been a lot of hail damage in this area in recent weeks, and all of this area here shows impact damage, kinetic impact damage. So I recommend that a roofing company or a roofing inspector has a look at this roof. This is the solar water heating system. All I can do is a visual inspection on these. The insulation on that pipe there is need of replacement. I would replace the insulation down there at the same time too. I'm in the upper attic. We can see here we've got cables, electrical cables going across the boards here. They should be covered. As they are at the moment, they can be damaged and could cause a short circuit and electrocution. So that's one thing. The other thing is that also we haven't got service boards here, and service boards must be installed to allow workers to move from here up into the attic. I'm going to do that in a moment, but I've got to go over joists, and I shouldn't be tapping on the joists. Should be stepping on service boards like we've got here. We're inspecting the attic and soffits. Here we've got an attic above us, and the problem is that we can't get access to it. You can see here some of the ceiling board has come down. That needs to be put in place, nailed back in place. But a bigger problem is not having access into that attic. Now this attic is contiguous with the building round here, so it's going to go right the way around. And as we walk around we can see soffit vents, which is what we should see. But in addition, we should see some attic access, and we don't. My recommendation is some attic access is added, because if any time you want to get in that attic, at the moment you're going to have to tear down the ceiling, which may be a solution, but you know, attic access would be better. I'm at the left-hand elevation of the property, and you can see here we're looking at the garage, and what I'm concerned about is the sagging lintel over the garage door. You can see it's actually dropped, and as it's dropped it's caused displacement movement in the brickwork above. So if we come along here, there we go, we've got cracks in the brickwork here. Further cracks here, and it's opening up. It's about 1/8 of an inch at the top there. That's a considerable opening. I can't draw anything from it regarding the lintel. All I can tell you is that the lintel is moving, and the bricks are moving. Here you can see the bricks are moving away from this lintel. We've got a crack there. This lintel is probably quite stable, but this one is not. There is an issue with this lintel. We have a steel lintel over these windows, and as such they should have weep holes in there installed above the lintel. That's to allow moisture in the cavity to dry out and evaporate rather than let it condense onto the lintel and cause damage there. Now the windows around the house exhibit signs of gassing. What is actually happening is the seals that seal the double pane windows are breaking and allowing air in and out of the windows between the panes, and that causes condensation to form, and over time you get a deposit on the window itself, and you can see that very clearly in the master bedroom. But most of the windows around the house are exhibiting all of those symptoms to some degree, although today I've not been able to get it cold enough to cause condensation between the panes, so I can't confirm it. I can only outlay my suspicions of it, and you can look around yourself and you'll find windows. We have a window here, it's in the small bathroom off the master, and you can see there are some deposits between the windows themselves, and I can only put that together and say, yeah, I think these seals are gone on these windows throughout the house. These screen doors on the French doors here do not close. I think they're just dirty, need to be cleaned, but they're not operational as we speak. This is the flue for the fireplace in the family room, and what I'm looking at is its construction. It's what we call a balanced flue, and there's no way that I can actually check to tell you whether or not this is in good working order. These are manufactured in the factory, bought on site and fitted. My recommendation would be that you have the fireplace checked out by a fireplace expert. Then you can make sure that this fireplace does function correctly. The reason I asked you to do that is that one of the big issues with all fireplaces is the production of carbon monoxide, which is a gas which you can't smell, but it's highly dangerous, and I can see there's debris inside the flue construction here, and that concerns me. And so I would highly recommend that somebody, an expert on fireplaces, checks this out. This is exterior outlet, and as such it should have a GFCI on it, and it doesn't, so that should be replaced by a GFCI outlet. In addition to that, it should have a waterproof cover, and it doesn't. HVAC compressors. There's some hail damage on the fins. Yeah, more hail damage on the fins around here. And we got hail damage on the fins on this one. See, this side is perfectly clear, no damage there, but you've still got a lot of debris in it. It needs to be cleaned. So the whole of this system needs cleaning. This is the water heater. It's in a closet at the kitchen. It's got a capacity of 50 gallons. It's leaking. It's leaking water into the safety pan, so I'm not going to touch it. That's in need of replacement. This is a water heater. It's in a closet off a bedroom, and it's nearing the end of its working life. It was installed on 2003. It's now 2011. Makes it 8 years old, and that around here water heaters don't last much more than 6 to 8 years, so it's in need of replacement, I would say. This is a temperature pressure relief valve. Let's go to the outside and see if it will operate. Yep, that's operating, so that's good. And this heater is also served by a solar panel on the roof. Which provides the hot water to the house. Well, I recommend that the unit is considered for replacement, because we're on the second floor. So if it does leak, it could flood the floor below. There's a complete safety pan installed, so that's good. But it could still damage the floors below if it does leak. So my recommendation would be to have this water heater replaced. This is the main tub, it's draining. Listen to the noise. That's the sound of a vacuum being released and then re-establishing it. I recommend that you have the plumbing investigated for vents to make sure they're all functioning properly. This doesn't sound as if it's draining correctly. There could be an issue with the plumbing system, which needs to be checked out. On the day of the inspection, the extractor wasn't working. This is a food disposal unit. It's actually rusting out. You see these little spots here? It's actually caused by the rusting through from the inside. That's going to go quite soon. I can't see any rust on the bottom, but this unit is coming to the end of its serviceable life. Zone 1 is the far front yard. Zone 2, far front yard. There's the far front yard. Zone 4, front yard, right up by the retaining wall. Zone 5, far front yard. Zone 6. This is Zone 7. Zone 8 didn't run. Zone 9. This is Zone 10. This is Zone 12.